Doctor Who, silence... Hey, who turned out the lights? That's better. Doctor Who, Silence in the Library, the 8th episode of Series 4, is written by Stephen Moffat and starring David Tennant and Catherine Tate. So yeah, originally Stephen Moffat has been wanting to introduce Weeping Angels, and he originally planned that in two-parter story, but it was taken over by Helen Rayner, who did Daleks in Manhattan and Evolution of the Daleks. So he decided to do the Dr. Light story with the Weeping Angels. So during Series 4, Stephen Moffat had a look with his previous ideas and felt that library would be a great setting for Doctor Who not to excose-tick. The story introduced an archaeologist called Professor Riversong, played by Alex Kingston, and I think she's great as Riversong. What can I say that hasn't been said already? They were originally going to cast Kate Winslet as River, which, funny enough, her first acting role was Dark Season, written by Russell T Davies, but the role went to Alex Kingston instead, as before Doctor Who she was known to be in the ER series. Alex has been a fan of Doctor Who since she was a child, which is great, and really enjoyed playing an unusual action hero. Stephen originally planned to have the Doctor to know one of the archaeologists. Later, he decided that this idea was too dull, so he changed it so that one of them know the Doctor. Moffat was planned to return River, which he did in his era. So the story begins with a little girl at home with her psychologist, Dr. Moon. Every time she closes her eyes, she can see the biggest library in the universe, in 51st century, all peaceful and no one there. She can move by wishing, but then she gets frightened by a banging on the door and there's the Doctor and Donna bursting in. But we'll get to that later, because after the title sequence, the Doctor and Donna arrived in the library planet, simply called the Library, full of every book's written, and they find a statue with a realistic face. I thought that was pretty creepy. So the statue warns the Doctor and Donna about the shadows and tell them to count it. So they went to library hallway, and we get a scary power cut scene, and we find out the sonic screwdriver doesn't do wood. So they kicks the door open and barricade it with a book, and turns out that girl in the library is a security camera. I think Eve Newton is fantastic in this. There's great acting. So a statue tells the Doctor and Donna that others are coming, and there are 6 astronauts: Riversong, Stratman Lux, Anita, Miss Evangelista, Proper Dave and Other Dave. We get the famous Rivers line, "Hello sweetie." I love the Doctor's line when he says, "I point and laugh at archaeologists." We also find out there's 4,022 saved, no survivors. Not much saved then. I wonder what it could be. I like how they throw the chicken into the shadow and turns into a bone. And we also get another 10th Doctor liking a little shop moment. We also find out about the monster called Vashta Narada, microscopic carnivores, creatures which use shadows to hunt and latch onto their prey. It's pretty grim. They should bring them back. So River looks through her diary asking the Doctor have they done those certain events like Byzantium and picnic at Asgard, not Thor's planet Asgard. But River sees the Doctor's eyes, as we know the Doctor has never met River before. So they got interrupted by a phone ringing sound. So the girl speaks to the Doctor on TV like a Skype for a short time, but then it went off. So she's using a remote, pressing a few buttons, the books fly out of their shelves and one of the secret door opens. I do feel sorry for Miss Evangelista, as she's been mistreated by other archaeologists. And we have a nice moment that Donna is being nice to her. So later, because no one is listening to her, she walks through a door that was opened by a little girl and decides to look around. But then gets killed by Vashta Narada, so everyone ran to where she was after hearing her scream, and the skeleton of her talking is terrifying. So after she dies with the last words "ice cream" repeatedly, Dr. Moon tells the girl that the shadows is moving and she's the only one who could save everyone in the library. We have a scary moment where Proper Dave has got 2 shadows, so every archaeologist put their helmets on. The Doctor decided to teleport Donna back to the TARDIS, but something went wrong. Donna's signal was lost. I find that scary, the way she screamed as a hologram with a scary music. So the Doctor went back to Proper Dave is eating away, and Data Ghost echoed his famous line, "Hey, who turned out the lights?" When it pinned the Doctor, I thought he was gonna die, but luckily he got out of those hands of the Vashta Nerada. Riddler has a sonic blaster. According to Stephen Moffat, that was the same sonic blaster that Captain Jack used in the Doctor Dances, and he said that was left in the TARDIS in the Parting of the Ways and taken by River in the Doctor's future. So that's a great Easter egg. So the Doctor finds Donna's face on a statue. I get goosebumps with this cliffhanger, with two people repeating themselves, one saying Donna Noble has left the library, Donna Noble has been saved, and the other one saying, hey, who turned out the lights? Man, what an episode. I really love this one. I think all actors are fantastic, well written, absolutely scary, and Murray Gold's soundtrack is outstanding. Well, that's Murray Gold. What do you guys think of Silence in the Library? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Can't wait to talk about Forest of the Dead. I shall see you guys in the next video.